Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about DAG, or Constellation Network. Now, I have talked about this asset in the past. I actually talked about DAG before it even broke out officially. We could actually go check out DAG real quick. But this is a very special asset to me, at least. Like when we're talking about, for example, HBAR or XRP and this and that, the way I look at Constellation is this is going to be like more so of a tokenization method for data. They are really kind of data centered, if you will, and focused on data. But this thing is extremely undervalued. I mean, like I said, I remember buying this thing. It was actually during the summertime. I was talking to you guys about it at around 3 cents around this time here. And then we officially started to break out. And this is when everyone was getting very excited. We hit a topping point of about almost 45 cents. So a little over a 10x opportunity that we had back here that we, basically jumped on. And now we are almost back down to those points at about 13, almost 14 cents exact. $176.9 million market cap, extremely undervalued, I mind you. But let's talk about why. So first off, let's check out the price chart. So here we have the price chart. Yes, I'm going off of the major summer support here that we came down to. But as you guys do see, some targets are on the board here. For an example, we want to break over that 19.5 centile range and really kind of get back into this nice demand zone that we were back in during July. This is like the key area for us. Of course, yes, there's still more resistance up at like around 24.5 cents almost, and so forth as continued on the chart. But there are some very nice figures to really kind of look forward to in terms of DAG. I mean, you guys do see some of these fib outreaches to almost $2 for DAG, which again is still very undervalued. I mean, when we were talking about the circulating supply, 1.27 billion, I mind you. Now, I have done deeper dives on DAG in the past. If you guys do want to go check that out, I will add this to a playlist. It would be probably under like DAG or something like that. But I've broken DAG down many times back in the past when we are talking about even the Bitcoin price chart for this as well. Sort of kind of ranging on some massive support, as you guys do see. But again, similar to a lot of our other altcoin holdings, we want to see a lot more volume and price action flowing on a lot of these Bitcoin price charts, and Constellation is definitely one of them as well. But let's talk about why I do see DAG doing incredibly well this year. So first off, we start with development. So here is Mainnet 2.0. Our transformative technology expands what's possible on a decentralized exchange. Fast, scalable, and efficient Mainnet 2.0 launches in the second quarter of 2022. Our three-phase rollout is designed to secure the network as an ecosystem where real-world businesses can build momentum as they create a token, develop the true utility, market it, and generate value as well. Now, here we have some Mainnet 2.0 updates. So first off, soft node staking. A soft node mirror the network rewards dynamic of Mainnet 2.0. Those running nodes are familiarized with, of course, true market economics of a validator economy. The soft node program provides equal access to the benefits of a decentralized network for all stakeholders. And here we have an ecosystem built for the business resilience. Here's our Mainnet 2.0 roadmap. So here's phase 2. Currently, we already went through phase 1, and now we have phase 3, Mainnet 2.0 push to production. Now, here is some of the things that we are waiting on: onboard additional testnet nodes, conduct third-party security audit, stress test the network, continue building in parallel with the protocol, deploy all Layer 0 tokens for instant network utility, open a path for Layer 0 tokens to have cross-chain capabilities, and then bring hundreds of more node operators online. So we're going to continue to see a lot of this thriving. Also, I made a video on Alchemy Exchange in the past. If you guys are holding DAG, maybe you guys are new to the channel and you guys do hold DAG, also check out Alchemy. They're doing a decentralized ad platform basically for Web 3.0, and to really kind of get out of the centralization of advertising on, of course, the internet, more so like talking about, Google, if you will. But I also think that Alchemy is very incredible. Also, we have GeoJam is paving the future of the creator economy as well. And there's so many other apps built on DAG already. But it's looking very good for quarter two, guys. Quarter two is going to be extremely incredible, in my opinion. One more month away, and we will see that come to fruition. Also, here we have from March 1st, which was yesterday, Constellation Network makes crypto mass adoption possible with state channels and the Layer 0 token standard. And of course, this is talking about, Mainnet 2.0. First things first, what does this really mean for the Constellation ecosystem? We actually see here, Constellation offers a platform with state channels and a Layer 0 token standard that can handle the load, perform seamlessly under the covers, and scale with the businesses. It can do lots of other cool things too, but we'll get to that later. Building the stakeholder economy. I do think that staking is great. Honestly, when we're talking about staking, it does provide a lot of value to those individuals holding an asset, but also it allows for a lot more buyer demand. We also see, hello, Hypergraph, where have you been my entire life, or all my life, if you will? Now for some technical stuff. While most blockchains are layer 1 or 2 solutions, Constellation's Hypergraph network is a complete redesign of the blockchain infrastructure using a directed cyclic graph DAG architecture operating on layer 0. Layer 0 is an underlying data transfer layer with an infinitely scalable node structure that supports fast and efficient global consensus. This is where it's different than anything else, by the way, like HBAR and stuff like that. I'm not trying to make these two competitors at all. I don't think that they are competing at all. I think that a lot of these networks have a ton of potential, and I think that they all do provide a lot of, value to major networks out there. But we are going to see so much happening here. Like, we are seeing, a lot of things moving forward with, DAG. In fact, just like, I don't know when the last DAG update was that I made, but I know it was a very long time ago. I've honestly seen DAG hit these highs and quickly fall from them. This is exactly why I haven't made an update on DAG in a very long time. The reason why I'm making an update now is because I think that we are getting close to that bottom. I think that this is our bottom at about 11.5 cents. I think that this is the point where we should be looking to buy more DAG. So for those individuals out there looking to buy, 11.5 cents will most likely be your best friend. But also, when we are talking about the key government partners, yes, they also have other partners. You guys can go check out their enterprise partners too. But some of these are major names, like for example, the U.S. Air Force. AWS is usually like, just cloud-based services, if you will. But there's some other major names here, for example, Splunk. So I'm going to show you Splunk and why Splunk is actually very big in terms of a major company. But you guys do see Constellation team members include distributed system engineers, blockchain architects, past NASA, Google, Oracle, and Salesforce software engineers, and Silicon Valley veterans with a focus on enterprise go-to-market. Honestly, when we are talking about enterprise-grade use cases, yes, there's a ton of money within that area. I'm just excited to see DAG continue to grow and build out. I think that this is an investment that I'm comfortable holding for a very long time if I have to. But we do see Splunk. Here you guys have it. So, we see trusted by 92 of the, Fortune 100 companies. And here are some of the major companies behind this. See why the most innovative organizations partner with Splunk. Intel, Comcast, Coca-Cola, Yelp, TransUnion. I mean, these are huge names, guys. And there's so much more. And you guys could read all about this. Our robust community of 13,000 plus active members, 2,200 partners. I mean, this is a huge company, and I want you to all realize how massive this is. Now, where does the connection to DAG come from? It's hard to say, but we know that they are working with them. We don't know what the specific use case is. All we know is that, of course, it's all, data. It's data-driven. In my opinion, this is most likely a data-driven use case. We know that, they are talking more so about the tokenization of data and how Constellation is forging a path for new financial instruments through microservices. This goes back to 2020 of October. So I'm not going to read too much into this, but all you need to know is that I love tokenization. If you guys are, a veteran of this channel, you guys know that I love tokenization. I think that it is such a huge use case, especially when we are talking about Swift network and things like that, talking about, accepting tokenization, digital assets in general, and things like that. Constellation, no different though. We are seeing tokenization of data, which we know data has become the new oil of this entire ecosystem. We know that data is growing and growing and growing in demand, and we do know that Constellation is definitely focused on it. You guys can read more about this on their website and stuff like that if you guys do want to. But I'm more so focused on Web 3.0 and tokenization of a lot of these major networks. And when we're talking about these networks really focusing on tokenization in general, we look at things that are collectible. We look at things like, for an example, art and stuff like that, like kind of small stuff, but nobody looks at the bigger picture here, and that is making data, transactable. Being able to tokenize data and being able to transact data from one hand to another, that's something that is huge. I don't think that people realize that, but when we are talking about Web 3.0, when we are talking about NFTs and stuff like that, everybody's always, excited about the flashy stuff. I'm more so excited about, things that were never tokenized in the past, things that, should be tokenized because of the value and the volume behind them, and data definitely is something that should be tokenized. And we are seeing, of course, Constellation focusing on tokenization of data, and I definitely think that this is a huge area for them to really kind of explore. Now, I do want to talk to you guys some more about DAG. So here we have DAG will be my best investment of 2022. 30 plus partnerships, all in one DeFi suite lattice, infinite scalability, layer 0 solutions, seamless interoperability, and metaverse and NFTs. And yes, they are focused on NFTs and the metaverse as well. But they are killing it. I mean, we always look at QNT as the interoperable bridge between DLTs, as the DLN, if you will. But we should definitely be looking at DAG as the layer 0 interoperable with any data source, because this is all focused on data. This is a data-driven gold mine. I think that when we're looking at other use cases, we aren't seeing the bigger picture behind DAG, which is, of course, its partnerships. Here you have the ecosystem partners, federal and commercial partnerships. I mean, these are huge names. I need you guys to pay attention because there's so much being built on Constellation. They're doing absolutely incredibly well for themselves as well. And when we are talking about some of the partnerships, I think that a lot of the partnerships should probably, I would say, I don't want to say that you should invest just from the partnerships alone, because you absolutely should not. You should do your research and understand how big DAG is going to be by yourself, and just kind of take some intel from these videos as well. But you could read all about Hypergraph. You could read all about their featured partners. In fact, we can actually go check out their partner list and see how long it actually is. So here you have their partner ecosystem. These are some major names. I mean, you guys do see the federal use cases here, or their partners. You see their business partners, IEE. IEE is actually a very large company, by the way. I want you to all realize that as well. For a lot of you individuals out there, I always said if something's partnered with QNT, I'm throwing money to it, because QNT is not messing around. QNT is choosing solid fundamental partners that are doing incredibly well for themselves. This is exactly why I do invest into things like DAG, because not only did I already make a ton of money from this, yes, I secured profits. If you 10x something, you should 100% secure profits. But I made some money off of DAG already, but I'm still hodling a major hodl bag, because I do know that Constellation is going to do incredibly well, especially with the Mainnet 2.0 launch, but with also what they are focused on. I mean, they are a data-driven network, but also major use case data-driven network as well. And you guys can see that in terms of the enterprise grade use case section here in terms of solutions. Honestly, I really do believe that data, we even see here, we have seen data become more valuable and profitable than oil. This is the truth. I mean, honestly, this is the new oil. And there is a lot of problems with bad data. We do see them mentioned in here, the connected world through the Internet of Things, mobility and infrastructure. I mean, they are focused on huge areas in the new future, if you will, because when we were talking about all of this, I want to do a full breakdown on some of the use cases that Constellation has, because there's just so much to talk about. I mean, Constellation is just probably one of the most undervalued gems out there from what they are really kind of focused on. But I do 100% believe that data is the new oil of tomorrow. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.